It's Cammy, baby.
DJ Little.
Majesty. Yeah. I try to play so.
Real bats.
Yeah. I'm sweat covered up. All you planets you don't pan up. What you love should not scatter them. Like Maurice, make you not sell on like a cara. Cause men say no get face. Cocosa no get place. The news go waka sote, but the vendor no get face. Yes, men say no get face. Kobara, no let you kokoso. Kobara, no let you potso. Kobara, no let you money so. Kobara, no let you love so. He like you good or bad, but a man go talk you them. He like they don't know about you, they still go chow you name. Turn over, then go cham you name, then go turn you over. Turn over, then go cham you name, then go turn you over. Turn over, then go cham you name, then go turn you over. Turn over, then go cham you name, then go turn you over. Kobara, no let you kokoso. Kobara, no let you potso. Kobara, no let you money so. Kobara.
Welcome to Lifestyle Bids, a luxury reverse auctions website where luxury is bought at a price you decide. Sign up free via your Facebook account or email. You receive 50 free bids as sign-up bonus. How do these bids work? Log in to Lifestyle Bids and choose your auction room from sports to fashion to luxury cars. Pay an entry fee to start bidding in an auction room. You receive 10 free bids per day for the duration of the auctions. 7 days equals 70 bids. When the auction ends, the lowest unique bidder wins. What is lowest unique? Each bid you place will instantly be unique. Not unique or lowest unique. The lowest unique is a bid which is lowest and a number that no one else has bid on. If your bid is lowest unique and someone else bids on the same number, it becomes not unique. Bid daily to improve your chances of becoming the lowest unique bidder. At the end of the auctions, the bidder with the lowest unique bid wins the lot. Winners are notified by email.
So Nikki, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've won 3 times now.
Wow, is that all through Lifestyle Bids, right?
That's right. So first I won the Music Awards, which was in London. Then I won the boxing match, which was in Cardiff. All I had to do was bid 83 pence for that. And then the music festival, which was in California.
And the private jet?
Yeah, made me 3 mates on that too.
So I think it's definitely safe to say that Lifestyle Bids works for you.
Oh yeah, Lifestyle Bids definitely works for me.
So don't just dream it, bid it. Go to lifestylebids.com and let the adventure begin.
Thank you, Lord, for all you have done. Thank you, Jesus, for all you will do. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for all you have done. Thank you, Jesus, for all you will do. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for caring. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for caring. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jehovah God. Thank you, El Shaddai God. Thank you, my Papa God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for blessing.
This is not your station for calling. So yes sir. So we can move on to our next segment. I want to talk to you about entertainment.
Right.
Because obviously where you talk about your life as a broadcaster and all the other things, but so much so I want to focus in entertainment in the UK, because you follow that passion or your professional skills where you don't learn from and all of that stuff. And then many of us got to know you through standing in front of stages, holding on the mics, and that's where we got to meet you for the first time and being MCs or being a chair at all these wonderful iconic platforms.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
You understand? I want to know what's passionately do you really enjoy about being an MC or chairperson?
Okay. Well, I started this in Sierra Leone, by the way.
Wow.
Yes. And
it goes to show how young I am.
Yes. Well, because obviously it makes it very clear. Because if you actually were of age, when I was in Sierra Leone, when it was Christmas time, most of the adverts for events that were taking place would have my name as MC. You know, and so as far as popularity was concerned, there was a lot of it in Sierra Leone. I enjoyed the fact, well, first of all, I enjoyed the microphone because I was already doing it on radio. And I also knew that I had the ability to motivate people, to get them to do what they wanted to do, and to enjoy an occasion. And when I came here, a few people knew that I did that in Sierra Leone, and therefore I was invited to front certain events, and some of them particularly weddings. Those ones I enjoy very much, and the reason being that there is so much fulfillment and so much enjoyment and so much entertainment in getting people together as husband and wife. And the good thing is that a good number of the ones that I have done as chairman or being an MC, the couples are still together. Okay, now one or two of them you hear are no longer together and maybe they're splitting, but that's just a small number. And from time to time they do call me to say hi and to continue to thank me for the fact that I was there.
Especially when they visit the anniversary videos.
Yes. And the good thing also is the fact that they also give me some of these videos, and I keep them at home. And when people come around to me to talk to me about their events, I usually show them.
You get a uniqueness in the way you MC. Like I've shared many platforms with you as a DJ where you MC. So where we say we team up together. And then there is a uniqueness with you where you are able to work with all ages. More recently, I was last team together with the young couple them from Wedding and Setura and Tahe. You understand? Setura happened to be my first cousin.
Yes.
You know, that's a platform where on paper, if I turn around and say, okay, fine, they said, okay, the MC is Mohamed Daboh, and then the age of the couple, I'm thinking, okay, they're young. Would Mohamed Daboh be able to connect? But like, literally, you know, that question would be asked. A honest person will say, okay, and then, but you absolutely connected with this. Everybody, the couple, the relevancy of. Also, you get that uniqueness from, and how are you able to engage with all your platforms, varied according to the age, the timeline, or whatever?
Well, as you say, in whatever you do, you have to vary. Like in teaching itself, you vary your teaching depending on the children that you have in front of you. It's not the same style that you can use for everybody. If you use the same style for everybody, some people will fail because one particular style would not fit one particular child. You know, because they're learning in different ways. But in terms of entertainment, which we're now talking about, if I want to stay in the profession, I have to be able to adapt. And I think that adaptability and that adjustment of my style is what I think keeps me going. Because if you don't do that, then what's the point of you going there? And that's the reason why, when I'm going to do this, I always call them, okay, I have this style, I have this. What exactly, first of all, do you want? And then I can advise you as to how we can go about it. You want this, you want this, you want this. They will tell you the things they want. And you can show them some videos. Now, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, this is how these people reacted, this is how these people responded. That was a very well-received wedding. I have done others, I can tell them. Now, that was actually very poor for me. And I tell them why. Because the kind of crowd we had were not the most responsive ones at all. They were not very responsive ones. There are some of them you find them so responsive to what you do that you think you almost might want to say, you know what, why shouldn't I be a wedding planner? But you have to adapt. Young children will want this. They will tell you, I will want this. I don't want that at all. Fine, absolutely fine. You don't do that. I don't want this. I want this. The one you want is what you go with. And if I can adapt myself to those things, then you will find that a good number of the children would actually come to you. And because I've been doing it, even now, I still have a few engagements as far as weddings are concerned. And because they know that I can adapt my style to whatever occasion it is, they always think it's a fine thing to have me. And maybe they also like my voice. I'm not particularly sure, but perhaps that might be.
Yeah. I think they do. I think we do. So, well, one thing I want to say is like, what happened when you sit on at a function or you are attending a wedding? Let me just go down the wedding, and then you are a guest.
Yes.
A normal guest.
Yes.
And then you watch the performance of the MC or chairperson, and then in your quiet self, and then you're assessing and analyzing, and then you may see things going wrong.
But the thing,
do you itch to say, "La, go get a word with Ojo or Madam Ojo," or you understand, or shall I just restrain myself?
I do restrain myself. That's what I have to do. I do definitely restrain myself. But the thing is, you might have a few things to say about it, but you can't go up and tell them this and tell them, because if they come to you and ask you, fine, you'll give them this. Otherwise, it will almost sound as if you're being a bit too arrogant and too presumptuous, and I don't want that. And sometimes I don't even want to make my presence felt. If I sit at the back and people don't see much of me, that's a good thing, because then people might not, those people who know me might not say, this guy is here, I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit that. I just avoid. I mean, I would smile as best as possible for people to know that I'm enjoying it, and usually I do sometimes, I have to say. I do sometimes enjoy them. And I give as much encouragement to them as possible to get them to enjoy what they're doing, because that's the thing you have to do. You have to enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then honestly you can't pass that on. And some people tell me, you have a lot of energy. And I tell them, but if I don't have the energy, if I don't demonstrate that energy, who else is going to enjoy it? You have to enjoy it first. You have to show that you're enjoying it, and that will pass on to the others, will filter on to the children, to the people. So in other words, your passion for it has to be infectious. And if it infects others, then that way they'll enjoy it. And if they don't enjoy it, then that's no use.
That's true. I want to put you under the spotlight a bit, because this is also under the spotlight. If you were looking at the Sierra Leonean UK audience today, or this we waiting at the entertainment, some of us that are aspiring to do the switch from DJing on to becoming MCs or possible chairs, or those who are currently doing, who would you look around and say, oh, this I admire this person in work, I admire this person in
now let me tell you, very frankly, in terms of being a DJ and an MC at the same time, I'm not entirely sure I've seen anybody who does it better than you. I mean, you're doing the DJ absolutely brilliantly, and you are picking up very fast on the role of the MC. So doing both of them, I have seen quite a good number of people doing it, and there are also a good number who just don't go into the MC business. They stay on the DJ aspect of it, which is fine. And because they specialize in that, they're doing very well with it. But in terms of my work with you, with the DJing, you're actually absolutely very superb at that. Absolutely superb, I have to say, and I'm not saying it because you're here.
Thank you.
But in terms of the MCing as well, that one is catching up really well. And without flattering you at all, I have to say that I do admire a lot of what you do. I do admire a lot of what you do. And in terms of controlling the language itself, that one is coming really well. It's coming up really well. And I would just encourage you to continue that. You know, as I say, most of the people I work with weddings and other events, I think it was only very, very recently when I was doing a birthday party of a gentleman, I think he's called Junior, David Daboh Jr. When I saw the DJ trying to do some work, both. Okay, he's trying. He'll be okay maybe later on, but he has the potential He's got some potential, but that potential will come on from time to time. But that is the only one I have noticed very recently who was trying to do that. The others, I think, just stay within the stay focused on their DJ role and not coming to the MC part of it. But when I find people doing that, I encourage them to continue because really and truly, I mean, there's not much I have to gain again in this one apart from just encouraging others to do as well as perhaps they think I have done, and maybe give them a platform.
Do you find other people like myself, because in the past I've done this, and come back to you and say, oh, how you feel say Adusa? Are you like, you find like, as you said, when you're there, people want to just to reach you to say, just to find out a quick feedback from you. How did you think I've done? How is it going?
I don't have many of those.
Yeah.
I don't have many of those. No, not many of those.
Not many of those.
I don't have many of those.
You are celebrated though over the years, in many years, and I'm sure in your mantelpiece of accolades.
Yeah, I've got a few. I've got a few.
You have received, but again, like I said, my only young brain or young age will tell me that only in the UK I've seen you being celebrated and doused with so many trophies, certificates, and whatnot. And what does this mean to you year in, year out, when you're called upon on a high stage? Say we can give you either a lifetime achievement award, or we can give an outstanding contribution. And what does it feel to pick up any of those awards? Does anything feel diminishing to you or higher than the other?
No. What it actually makes me feel is proud. Proud that my own countrymen are actually appreciating what I am doing for them. That makes you feel very happy, and that actually encourages you to go on. Because if you're not getting those, you'll just feel, well, maybe I'm not appreciated at all. But getting some of those accolades gives you the impression, the full impression, that people are actually appreciating everything that you're doing. And not only that, they're happy about your performance and your contribution to what they're doing and to their entertainment. So once that is happening, I think it just encourages you to believe
and just fire more energy into
yes, it gives you more energy.
It doesn't fire more energy into the belly.
Yeah, so I'm quite happy that I get older, and I've got a few, I have to say. I've got a few from various organizations.
Another under the spotlight question: which one do you cherish most?
Recently, I think this one was from I think what is it called? Junior Artist now? United Artists. United Artists, when they gave me a Lifetime Award.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
That was a very proud moment for me. That was a really very proud moment. But I still say thank you very much to them for considering me.
We do think you deserve it very well.
Well, I hope so.
Very much so. But we're not telling you we're giving you a Lifetime Achievement Award for you to pack it in. We're just saying that we recognize, because many a times in our community, we the wait steady person don't die before we appreciate the guys. You understand? So we're more grateful that we can give that to you. Whilst you're leaving, and then you're still going, and then you can still carry on because we want to continue to learn from so much from you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to that. Somebody wants me to advise them on what to do in areas that they think I'm doing well in. I'm always very happy to do that. Very, very happy to do that. It's not the kind of... I would never keep my knowledge to myself. Obviously, being a teacher gives me a good reason why I should pass on my knowledge to others. So that is... I mean, even when I was a broadcaster at a much younger age, every single time I had an opportunity of encouraging others to do well, I would do. And there are a good number of people who used to regard me as their mentors, and I will do that mentoring for them, and I'll make sure I talk to them candidly about their performance, and not only that, but also make them know that this is an area that they can improve, and this is an area they can develop on. This is something that is good for them.
Fantastic. So let's move on to an area. Are you social media savvy?
No.
In terms of Instagram,
no.
Twitter, Facebook.
Facebook and WhatsApp and what? Yeah. Those ones we do, but others not very much. It's the younger ones who do that. My children do that.
They do that. Because what I want to bring to your attention is the fact that, like, within social media itself, like, we have a very strong connection of the SALONE entertainment community there. Many a thing go on in whether positive or negative. I just want to ask you, what's your take on social media? Just look at it from a perspective itself, because you're not heavily connected to social media. But what's your take on social media? Do you think it's a good thing for life itself?
To be honest, I have to be honest. You have to take it on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first instance, as far as I'm concerned, it's meant to be an entertainment unit, and more importantly, also, it's meant to educate you.
Yeah.
Now, if that aspect is taken out, then there is no point of it. But there are some people who do not seem to understand that social media is something where you can be held responsible for certain things, perhaps that you have done now, which would catch up with you much, much later in your life. It's happened to many people.
Yes.
And the more respectful you are of social media, the more you treat it with dignity, the more likely you are to benefit from it in the long run.
True.
I mean, at this time, it is just communicate with others. Yes, but people do not know that they leave their footprint. They leave their footprint. And that footprint is very likely to catch up with you later. Now,
incredible.
I have to say,
that's incredible.
My children do enjoy
That's
social
incredible.
media. I enjoy social media.
Yes,
but I've got to be extremely careful because, first of all, at my own age now, got children, not starting to get grandchildren now. And the slightest thing you do will be picked up by somebody, and it reflects on your own children. And not only that, but people who look up to you as a role model. And if they look up to you as a role model, they find that they've done something, even if you have written something which perhaps is just out of the ordinary, and which perhaps that might come under the microscope and then be negatively responded to, you're in for trouble. Because then you're losing those people. You're not actually doing well for them. First of all, you are letting them down because they're looking up to you, and then somebody else might turn around and say, look at that guy, look at what he's done.
Yeah.
And you don't want that to happen. You want everything that is on that social media that you are responsible for is actually dignified enough to present you as that person who is meant to be a role model. And also for some of our kids of today, what I have also noticed is that they use it for very negative issues.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are using social media for those negative issues, for example, telling people to come around in order to participate in something which is unlawful or illegal, you're doing not only a lot of harm to yourself, but you're doing a lot of harm to your community and your generation.
Indeed.
And this is something that people have to be very careful about. Now, there have been people who have been destroyed completely by social media. For example, those children who would go on social media and see that they have people whom they can copy who are actually not worth copying because of the negative impact they would have on others. It is a real concern if those children continue to copy them, because even if we're talking about Sierra Leone now, I mean, I know about a few instances where Sierra Leonean children have actually been caught up in this, and have actually paid the full force of the negative consequences that actually emanate from that. I mean, obviously, there's no way we can name any names here, but that has happened. We've learned about that. And these are the things that people really have to try to avoid. And for our own children, we have to let them know that social media is good. Social media is something that you can adapt in a good way for the benefit of yourself and your community. But you've got to be careful with it, because the slightest thing you do would have to catch up with you later.
I love the fact that you said you're leaving your footprint and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
It's like walking on sand.
That's right.
And then you're thinking my footprint would not be seen, but actually you've buried it.
Yeah. You know, it's very serious.
Right. We've got just under 10 minutes to go.
Okay. Now, I'll do one or two of the soliloquies that Macbeth did when just before this one. The first one here is just before he killed the king. What he wanted was to tell his wife that he didn't want to do it anymore. Shakespeare wanted to present him as a human being so that he can be a very credible hero. So as a result of that, he was dithering. He didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And spoke to his wife about it. But his wife, of course, being the very powerful woman that she was, completely different from what you would actually expect of a Jacobean woman, she was able to almost flog him back to line.
Yeah.
So this is what he said: "If 'twere done when 'twas done, then 'twere well it was done quickly. If the assassination could trumpet up the consequence and catch with this success, that but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here. But here upon this bank and shoal of time would jump the life to come. But in these cases we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He is here in double trust. First as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then as his host who shoot against his murderer, shot the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan had borne his faculties so meek, had been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven, cherubim, host upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to break the size of mine intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls upon the other. How now? What news?"
People, that was amazing. That was amazing. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. I just saw all the love signs going up on social media. That's how we want it. That's how we want to cap it up. Listen, people, if I say any more on top of that, it's just say momo. Or biker.
Thank you very much.
So we just say biker in the two language which I think I know a little bit about. Yeah. That's the Mende and the Timini.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
I'll know that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, in my Ghana language we say midasi. Midasi pa.
To all of you out there who are watching or listening, thank you very much for listening.
Fantastic.
Thanks for having me in your home.
I think we've been more, the privilege has been more ours. And we want to say thank you to Mr. Mohamed Daboh. And we wish him continuous energy to carry on inputting into the Salonian community and continue to give back. And we pray that Allah Almighty sustain you for as long as you can go on with excellent health, and most of us can continue to learn from you and share more platforms with you, because I'm quite happy to have my notepad, which I do, and I make no bones of it. And I'm quite happy every time I share a platform with you where you hold the microphone. It's always turned out to be successful.
Yes,
and I'm grateful that you always use that 2 minutes to showcase me as an MC, even if I'm there exclusively as a DJ. He will give me the opportunity to say a word or two. So I love those interactions.
Well, what I do is I like speaking the truth about people.
So thank you so much for that, and we're grateful. And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you
very much. And we look forward to receiving you again.
No problem.
In the studio anytime you've got time. So in the near future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
No
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is it's been Salone Talk on Diaspora Voices. Whilst Mr. Daboh is going to leave us, I will return for the remaining 15 minutes. And but for now, just stay tuned and enjoy good old music from I-Tribe, and this one in column Dense No Get Face, and then we'll be right back. Thank you very much. God bless you. Stay tuned.
It's Candy, baby.
DJ Little.
No, take pictures, sir.
Oh, okay.
Majesty. Yeah. I try to play so.
Weird patterns.
I'm sweat covered up. All you planets you don't pan up. What you love should not scatter them. Like Maurice, make you no sell and like a cara. Cause them say no get face. Congosa no get place. The news go waka sote, but the vendor no get face. Yes, them say no get face. Kobara, kobara, no let fi kokoso. Kobara, 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 no let fi potso. Kobara, 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 no let fi money so. Kobara, 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 no let fi love so. Kobara. He like you good or bad, but a man go talk you them. He like they don't know about you, they still go chow you name. Turn over, turn me over, then go cham your name, then go turn me over. Turn over, turn me over, then go cham your name, then go turn me over. Turn over, turn me over, then go cham your name, then go turn me over. Turn over, turn me over, then go cham your name, then go turn me over. Kobara, kobara, no let fi kokoso. Kobara, 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 no let fi potso. Kobara, 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 no let fi money so. Kobara, 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 no let fi love so. Kobara, kobara. I'm sweat cover up. All you planets you don't pan up. What you love should not scatter them. Make you not sell like a cara. Cause them say no get face. Congosa no get place. The news go waka sote, but the vendor no get face. Yes, they say no get face.